Okay, so crypto, right. It can feel a little bit like the Wild West sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
fortunes made and lost overnight, heists happening left and right.
It is true.
So how do you actually protect yourself in all of that chaos? That's what we're diving into today.
Absolutely. It's
Crypto wallet security.
super important.
And to help us out, we're going to be taking a look at Av AI,
Oh, cool.
a crypto platform that's really focusing on security in interesting ways.
Yeah, they're really combining like cutting edge AI and all of that, those data analysis tools
Mhm.
with really practical advice that anyone can actually use.
That's what we like to hear.
Exactly.
So what are some of the things that Av AI is doing differently?
Well, one of the big ones is this what they call a double protection mechanism
Okay.
for their Telegram bot wallet.
Telegram bot wallet. Trading crypto in my messaging app.
Yeah.
But what is this double protection?
So, like most crypto wallets are accessed with just one private key.
Right.
So if that key is compromised,
Yeah.
the funds are gone. Right.
Hence.
So Avi AI kind of realized this vulnerability
Okay.
and they implemented a system where you need two things.
Oh,
You need your private key
okay.
and you need a separate transaction password to get in.
So it's like having a bank vault
Like that.
with two locks
Mhm.
instead of just one.
Makes it that much harder, yeah.
Yeah, even if you get one key.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not a...
And you'd be surprised that's not very common in
Really?
the crypto world.
Huh.
A lot of platforms still just rely on that single key,
Wow.
which
Oh,
can be scary.
yeah.
So this double protection is a really nice differentiator for them.
I like it.
Yeah,
But I've got to say, even with the best security, sometimes things go wrong.
of course.
And I've definitely had those moments where you transfer some crypto and it just,
It disappears.
yeah, into the digital void.
It's so frustrating.
It is, especially when you're first starting out and you have no idea what's going on.
AviAI knows that this happens, though, and they've really tried to make it easier to deal with.
So they don't just leave you hanging.
No. They have this three-step process.
Okay.
So first, they tell you to try switching networks or nodes.
Mhm.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
A little refresh.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then they'll tell you to refresh the app or even add the token contract manually.
Okay.
And then if all else fails, their support team's there.
Oh, nice.
They're ready to help.
That's great.
All they'll need is your wallet address and transaction records.
That's reassuring.
For sure, having good support makes such a difference.
Especially in the crypto world, there's so much jargon. It
Exactly.
can be overwhelming,
Yeah, and that's what builds trust.
for sure.
But, even with all of that, the best wallets, the best support,
Yeah.
there's one thing that can really make or break it.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
The private key.
The infamous private key.
It really is.
The key to your kingdom.
Exactly. But it's also what keeps me up at night.
Me too.
AI is very clear about this.
Yeah.
Losing your private key, that's like,
Game over.
it's game over. Anyone who has it has all your crypto.
So how do you protect this digital lifeline?
Well, they say the best thing to do is keep your mnemonics.
Those key phrases.
Yes, keep them offline.
Okay.
So that means not on your computer, phone, in the cloud, nowhere digital.
No digital trail.
Right, because those can be hacked.
Okay, so what's the best way?
They recommend going old school. Write them down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Store that paper in a safe place.
Like a safe deposit box or something.
Exactly. Or a fireproof safe.
Oh, yeah.
Or even just a really well-hidden spot that only,
Okay, so it's like burying a treasure chest,
are like,
but instead of gold doubloons,
Right,
it's
dude.
the keys to your digital fortune.
that's a good way to think about it.
But even if you've got your private key locked down,
Yeah.
there are other things to think about.
Oh, yeah, there are other risks out there.
Like what?
Well, like on-chain transactions.
On-chain transactions. Okay, I know blockchain, but
Yeah, so basically anything where you're, transferring crypto on the blockchain.
buying, selling, trading, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the danger with these is you have to be careful about where you authorize them.
Oh.
If it's a website you're not familiar with.
Right, because there's all those scams
Exactly.
that look so real.
Yeah, like phishing scams.
Yeah, disguised as something else.
Exactly.
So Av AI is really trying to protect people from that,
That's their goal. They say you really got to be careful about authorizing any kind of transaction,
especially on unfamiliar websites.
especially new URLs, anything like that.
So you've got to like triple check before you click.
Yeah, trust but verify.
Exactly.
And even after you've made the transaction,
Uh,
stay vigilant. Check your wallet activity.
for any weird stuff,
Yeah, anything suspicious.
like withdrawals I didn't make.
Yes, transfers to addresses you don't recognize, any of that.
So if you see something,
Move your remaining funds to a safer wallet.
Immediately.
Yes, don't wait around to see what happens.
Okay, good advice.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
Speaking of wallets, we
Yes,
talked about the Telegram bot wallet.
we did.
Seems great for trading.
It is.
But how does it compare to something like a hardware wallet?
Well, it's a trade-off.
Okay.
Wallets are great for those quick trades,
Uh-huh.
but AI says don't store your life savings there
Right.
because of the inherent security limitations.
So it's like your spending money wallet,
Exactly.
and then you keep the big stuff in the vault.
Exactly. Transfer your profits to a more secure wallet.
Okay, so before we move on, I know you mentioned that Auth AI has these guiding principles.
Oh, yeah, when it comes to security.
Yeah, what are they?
Well, the first one is transparency.
Okay.
They really believe in being open about everything.
About their process?
Yeah, their security practices, their track record, all of it.
Okay.
They actually do regular audits of their system, too,
That's good.
and they've got a great track record.
I mean, 1,000 days with no security breaches on their app wallet.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
Okay, so transparency is the first one.
And the second one is what we were talking about earlier, proactive support.
Having someone there to help you.
Exactly. They're committed to having great customer service.
So they're not just throwing a manual at you and being like, good luck.
No. A lot of users are new to this,
Makes sense.
and they need help. So they provide clear instructions, assistance for common issues, that kind of thing.
That's great.
Yeah. And then the third principle is user education.
I like that.
They really try to teach people about best practices for everything,
Yeah.
from storing your private key to spotting phishing scams.
So they want their users to actually understand.
Yes, to be informed.
Make good choices.
Exactly, to be their own security
I
advocates.
love that. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to your finances.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. That idea of empowering the users.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I really appreciate about AI.
Right. It's not just, oh, here's a secure platform. Goodbye.
Right. It's like, here's the tools, here's the knowledge.
Exactly. Do it yourself.
We want you to succeed.
Yeah. Be safe out there.
And that's what shows they care about the whole ecosystem.
Totally. It's like a sign of maturity in the industry too, right?
Yeah, it's like, remember the early days?
Oh, yeah.
It was a free-for-all.
It was like the Wild West, move fast and break things.
Totally. And security wasn't always the top priority.
It was all about like innovation, pushing boundaries.
Right, which is good, but it also left things vulnerable.
Yeah. And as the industry has grown,
Uh-huh.
the need for security has grown too.
Absolutely. Users are demanding it.
And regulators are starting to catch up.
Oh, yeah. Governments are definitely taking notice.
They're trying to figure out how to regulate all of this.
Right, it's complicated.
It's not easy.
But one thing's for sure. Security is going to be a big focus.
For sure. The platforms that prioritize it are going to be the ones that win.
Exactly. And AI is definitely one of those.
It's like that saying, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Yeah, and in crypto, that weakest link is often wallet security.
So true. So what can our listeners do to make sure their wallets are secure?
Well, first things first, choose a reputable platform.
Don't just go for the first one you see,
No, do your research. Look for a strong track record.
like Aave AI.
Exactly. They've got the receipts to prove they're serious about it.
And don't cut corners just because something is cheaper or easier.
That's right. Look for things like two-factor authentication,
Yeah,
cold storage options, regular security audits,
those are all good signs.
and of course, the basics are still crucial.
Like strong passwords.
Yes, protecting your private keys, watching out for phishing scams.
The classic advice.
But honestly, the most important thing is to stay informed.
Because the crypto world changes so fast.
It does. New threats pop up all the time.
So you got to keep learning.
Exactly. The more you know.
The safer you'll be.
Knowledge is power, especially in crypto.
That's a good way to put it. It can mean the difference between financial freedom and disaster.
It really can.
So crypto, it's got all this potential,
Yeah,
but you got to be smart about it.
for sure. Approach it with caution and always keep learning.
Well said. Okay, so before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
With all this new technology coming out,
Yeah,
what kind of crazy security stuff do you think we'll see in the future?
that's a good question.
What's next for crypto security?
Well, I think biometrics is going to be huge.
Okay, yeah, using your fingerprint or your face.
Exactly. And AI is going to play a bigger role too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then there's quantum cryptography.
Quantum cryptography, that sounds like something out of Star Trek.
It does, but it's real.
Really?
Yeah, it's basically using the laws of physics to protect data.
Whoa.
So imagine your crypto wallet is protected by the universe itself.
Mind-blowing.
Right. That's the potential of it.
I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
So we're just at the beginning of what's possible.
We are. That's what makes it so exciting.
Okay, well, I think we've covered a lot today.
Yeah, it's been a great conversation.
Really enlightening. Thanks for joining
It
us.
was my pleasure.
Yeah, it really has been. And a huge thank you to Of AI for giving us so much to think about.
Yeah, they're really pushing things forward.
So for our listeners, if you want to see what they're all about,
Yep.
definitely check out their platform.
You can see for yourself how they're making crypto safer and easier to use.
And just remember, when it comes to crypto,
Uh-huh.
knowledge is key.
Stay curious, stay informed.
Keep those wallets secure.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Happy trading.
Happy trading, everyone.